What are the tricks and tips to get your offer accepted in this insane real estate market? What do you do to stand out in the crowd amongst all the other offers? Well, I'll give you some ideas. This does not guarantee your offer will get accepted, obviously, but these are the things I'm seeing that at least give you a shot, elevate your offer, and pose you as a serious buyer. Number one, you want to obviously, you're going to probably, most likely, I hate to say this, have to offer over asking price. We hate that. How much over just depends on the area, the way the home was listed. Did the listing agent price it really aggressively, hoping to create a bidding war, or did they already price it pretty high and maybe just a little bit over is what it's going to take? That's going to be a question between you and your realtor. But again, unfortunately, and I hate saying this, that is what we're seeing on every deal across the board for the most part. There are those outliers, those funky, really ugly properties that went out too high originally and they're just sitting there. That's a different story. We're not talking about those properties. Okay, so offer over asking, that's number one. How much? Talk to your realtor. Number two, you are going to have to probably waive all inspection items. Maybe you can ask for health and safety, but even, in this market, it's really hard to get a seller to fix items for you when they have cash offers on the table asking for nothing. So you're trying to be as competitive and as aggressive as possible and just be realistic. There might be things that need to be fixed. Are they things that you're willing to do on your own after closing? That's what you'll have to determine. Okay, so waive inspection items. Number three, appraisal gap. What is an appraisal gap? What does that mean? An appraisal gap is, let's just say, I'll use an example. Let's say the home is listed for $650,000, and you decide that in order to get this home, you're going to have to offer $700,000. So the gap means that if it doesn't appraise for $700,000, and it only appraises for $650,000, the original asking price, you are willing to still purchase at $700,000 and pay that difference. Now, you won't always have to pay it as an additional $50,000 out of pocket because sometimes we can adjust that loan and cover that gap. But again, it's case by case. You'll need to talk to your lender. You would give us a call and we would work through those numbers for you. But offering that gap puts you in a much better position with that seller in terms of your offer being looked at as a serious offer and you having a shot. Okay, so what do we say? Go over asking, number one. Waive inspection items, number two. Appraisal gap, number three. Now, here's where some kind of interesting, unique things I've been seeing lately could also be just a little bit different and put you to the top of the pile. I have seen realtors write in the offer that if the seller accepts the buyer's offer by X, time this evening, the offer will be increased by X amount of dollars. So again, example, let's say listed for $650,000, you guys offer $700,000, and then your agent writes in that offer that little bonus, like a bonus. If the seller accepts our offer by 7 p.m. tonight, buyers will add an additional $10,000 to the purchase price, making that $700,000 now a $710,000 purchase price. Okay, so that's a little trick. The other thing I've been seeing is a portion of that earnest money going hard immediately. So let's just say seller was asking for $20,000 earnest money. Your buyer's agent writes in that contract that you are going to allow $5,000, let's just say, of your earnest money to become hard on minute one, the minute that offer is accepted. That means right off the bat that $5,000 of the 20, so 5 of the 20 earnest money is the seller's. If that deal doesn't close, if something goes wrong, they keep that $5,000 from minute one. The 15 is still yours, but the 5 is hard from minute one. So that's another thing I've seen. I've also seen, of course, non-contingent is, you kind of have to be non-contingent in this market. Non-contingent meaning your purchase is not contingent on the sale of your home. So you've either worked it out where we've figured out how to get a down payment without having to sell your home and you qualify with both homes. And then after you purchase, you turn around and sell. Or you list it right away, but you don't have to sell to purchase. That's non-contingent. That's kind of pretty much a must in this market right now. That's what we're seeing. So, there's ways to do that. Maybe we put a home equity line of credit on your home to get the cash out, or you borrow against a 401k, or you get a gift. There's a lot of things that you can do. But you have to qualify with both homes. That's the only trick there. This is a big one, just being fully pre-underwritten. So being pre-qualified is not enough. Being pre-approved is better. Being fully pre-underwritten is even better. That's almost as good as cash, honestly. And that means we've pre-approved you. You've given us all of your income, all of your asset documentation, tax returns, pay stubs, whatever it is that we needed for that loan. And we've put your loan completely through underwriting, and that file is fully approved, just subject to a property. That's fully underwritten. That's as good as cash. So sometimes you might be going up against cash offers, but they like your terms better. Like they like the timeline that you can close in. Maybe they want more time. Maybe they're building a home and they're not ready to move out, and you're willing to give them more time. Maybe they like your price point better than the cash offer. So making yours as good as cash is the best thing you can do next to being cash, right? Okay, and then this is another one. We have seen, and I actually did this personally. We bought a home in Florida as a second home, very competitive market where we purchased, and the seller wanted a post-occupancy agreement, meaning we let them stay in the home for 60 days after we closed on the home. So we literally closed on the home, signed all the papers, and then they stayed there 60 more days, which made me crazy, but we let them do it. And we actually did it rent-free, and we're starting to see that again. So we gave them 60 days of rent-free. We really only had to make one mortgage payment because, you missed that first month. So you close, first month you don't make a payment. Then we made a mortgage payment. They didn't pay rent. It was like, but we were happy because we got the house. So that's something that you can negotiate. Lastly, just being flexible on all dates and deadlines, including closing and possession. So lots of things you can do. Offer over asking. Offer a bonus if they sign by a certain time that night. Offer to make a portion of your earnest money go hard. No inspection items being asked for. Appraisal gap. What else they say? Non-contingent. Being fully pre-underwritten. Having a large down payment. That's a bonus. I didn't say that one before. Giving a 60-day or 30-day rent back. You can only do up to 60 days and still qualify for your mortgage. And then lastly, being flexible on all dates and deadlines. So hopefully that is helpful. I know it's a awful time to buy a house in one way, but it's never been better time to buy a house because rates are at an all-time historical low still, and homes are appreciating in the double digits. That's how you beat inflation. How else can you beat inflation? It's through real estate. Some of the wealthiest people in the world have become wealthy through real estate because think about it. You're buying in the threes from a loan standpoint, which is a deflationary interest rate, right? And you're buying a home that's going to increase in value in the double digits. I mean, even historically, 6%, but right now we're seeing 15, 20%. So that's how you beat inflation. You're borrowing below and your house is appreciating above. Okay? So it's still a good time to buy. You've got to be relentless. You got to put your tough skin on, and you're going to get rejected, and it's okay. And we get back in there and we just keep making offers until we get the right one. People that are sticking with it are getting a home. Give me a call, Michelle Oddo, the Oddo Group, Luminate Home Loans. I would love to help you come up with a strategy. We like to get in there and fight with you and help you get these homes. One last thing I forgot to say. Have a lender that's local, available at nights and weekends, because that's when offers are getting accepted, and that listing agent is going to want to talk to me and make sure that you are as good as gold. So give us a call, Michelle Oddo, the Oddo Group, Luminate Home Loans. We'd love to help you.